Brianna. So this week I am doing an autumn tag. I saw Simply Kenna here on YouTube do a video like this, actually with the same exact questions. She went on Tumblr and asked people to send her in questions, and it formed the perfect tag. So I'm going to do this tag today, and if you want to go check out her video, I'll have it linked below, of course, because I did get the inspiration to do this video from it. Okay, so I have all the tag questions on my phone and all my answers here, so that is why I have my phone out if you see it. Number 1, the smell of pumpkin guts or rotting leaves. And my answer to this question is definitely rotting leaves, because that is the smell of autumn. Because during autumn all the leaves come down and it just makes that unique scent that is autumn. So that is my answer to number 1. Number 2, sweet or salty pumpkin seeds. Definitely salty. I'm more of a savory person when it comes to things like this. I definitely prefer saltier things to sweet things, so salty pumpkin seeds. Question 3, store-bought or pumpkin patch pumpkins? So the answer to this one, for me at least, is pumpkin patch pumpkins. I think there's something really special about going with like your family or your friends and just picking out pumpkins and then bringing them home and carving them or painting them. It's just really fun, and those are some of like my favorite memories from my childhood, or going to pumpkin patches with my family. Question 4, wool or knit sweaters? So wool sweaters, to me at least, are really uncomfortable, so I like knit sweaters. As you can see, I have a knit cardigan on. They're so cozy and warm, and wool just seems to be scratchy. So I definitely prefer knit sweaters over wool ones. Question 5, Halloween party or exploring haunted places? So definitely for me, I would say both, but the Halloween party would have to be more of a Halloween get-together where it's just like a couple friends and we watch like horror movies and eat Halloween candy type of thing. Question 6, candy corn or mellow cream pumpkins? Definitely, by far, mellow cream pumpkins. There's just something so like good and like just unique about the flavor of those. Like, I like candy corn, don't get me wrong, but mellow cream pumpkins are definitely like my favorite thing to eat around the Halloween time. My grandma always buys me some, so it's just kind of like tradition to eat them every like autumn season. So yeah, mellow cream pumpkins. Question 7, apple cider or pumpkin donuts? Okay, so there is this farm slash pumpkin patch near where I live, and they make the best apple cider donuts ever. They make pumpkin ones too, but I don't like their pumpkin ones as much. So if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely say apple cider. And that's also partially because I don't really like pumpkin flavored things, and I know people are probably like going crazy right now, but I don't like pumpkin spice, and I don't really like pumpkin pie and things like that. I just don't really like the taste of it. So apple cider. I probably just made the whole internet hate me by saying that. Sorry. Question 8, apple pie or pumpkin pie? Okay, so I'm not a really big pie person, and as I just said, I don't like pumpkin, and I don't really like apple pie either. My favorite pie, and really the only one I will eat, and you can only really get around the fall season, is pecan pie. That is my favorite pie ever, and it's actually one of my favorite desserts. Question 9, wearing a scary costume or something silly? So when I was little, I always dressed up as like cutesy little things, and I didn't really dress up as anything really scary. So I think if I were to wear a costume again, it would be something like really scary. Like something that you could do like prosthetic makeup with and things like that, because I think that would be super fun to do. Question 10, still silent nights or rainy windblown ones? I definitely prefer rainy, windblown nights during the fall season. I love rain, and I just love hearing like the sounds of like the wind howling and the rain like hitting against my window and drinking like hot chocolate or coffee. Like, I just love that. Those are some of my favorite nights during the autumn season. So yeah, rainy, windblown nights by far. Question 11. Okay, so Halloween Town or Hocus Pocus? And I know this is the debate of the century, which one is better? And I'm gonna say Halloween Town. Those were some of my favorite movies to watch as a kid, and I actually still watch them now. Like, if I'm really bored, I will go watch Halloween Town because I loved them so much. Question 12. Witches or ghosts? I think there's something really cool about witches. So my answer to that one would be witches. I think there's something really cool and unique about them because each witch has different powers, they do different things, and it just, there's a whole world to that. I mean, ghosts are cool and all, but witches are definitely better. Question 13. Raking leaves or climbing trees? So, this is gonna get really honest here. I am terrified of climbing trees. I fell off a tree when I was really little, and now I hate climbing trees. And I don't like raking leaves. I like jumping in the leaf pile once it's done. If the leaves were falling now, I would be jumping into them. Oh my god, that sounds like fun. Question 14. Ouija boards or telling ghost stories around the campfire? My answer to that one would be telling ghost stories around a campfire. Again, I think that would be super fun to do with a group of my friends. But Ouija boards scare the crap out of me. I am such a superstitious person, and that just scares me. I don't want to bring negative energy into my house. Question 15. So this one is telling me to decide between Corpse Bride or Frankenweenie. Let me just tell you this right now. Tim Burton is one of my favorite directors ever. He's made some of my favorite movies of all time. So my answer obviously is going to be both of them. Question 16. October or November? October by far. It is my favorite month out of the whole entire year. I just love October so much. I love Halloween. I just love October. It's the beginning of fall. It's amazing. I love October. Question 17. Okay, so question 17 is black cats or owls? Okay, so I know I just said I was really superstitious, but I love cats, especially black cats. Like, cats are amazing. I love owls, don't get me wrong, but cats are my favorite animals. I love cats so much, and there's something just so adorable about black cats. So yeah, black cats, definitely. Question 18. Fireplace or candlelight? So definitely fireplace. I prefer more. But during the fall season, we don't have a fireplace at my house, so I always have to light candles, which I love doing. I love candles, but I definitely prefer fireplaces, so firelight. And I mean, if we had a fireplace, I would probably live by it during the autumn season. Not gonna lie. Question 19. Monster movies or their classic novels? So I love a good monster book, don't get me wrong. Frankenstein was a really good book, but I definitely love seeing those books on the big screen. So I definitely prefer monster movies and horror movies in general towards books. Question 20. Carving or painting pumpkins? So I'm not a really good artist. I can't really paint things, so I definitely prefer carving pumpkins. There's just something really fun about it, and yeah. Question 21. Wait, question 21. Okay, so question 21 is, what is the worst thing you've gotten trick-or-treating? So one year I was trick-or-treating and 3 houses in a row I actually got a toothbrush at each one. Needless to say, younger Rihanna was not very happy. Question 22 is, what did you dress up as a kid? So when I was a kid, I dressed up like quite a few years as a fairy, or like different variations of fairies. I really liked fairies when I was younger. I had an obsession with them. Like Tinkerbell was my favorite thing for the longest I can remember. So I dressed up as like fairies a lot. Like I dressed up as like cutesy little ones, and also one year dressed up as like a goth fairy. I don't know. I just really liked dressing up as fairies. The last question, this makes me super sad, is question 23, and that question is, what are you dressing up this year if you're dressing up? And I am not dressing up this year, which makes me super sad, but if I was dressing up this year, I kind of want to do one of those costumes that you do with like a significant other or a best friend. So I'd probably drag one of my best friends with me, and we'd be like peanut butter and jelly, or like ketchup and mustard, or like salt and pepper, like one of those really dorky costumes. Alright guys, so that was my autumn tag. I recently started posting videos every Saturday on my channel, and those videos are weekly vlogs, so if you're interested in what I do every week, you should definitely go check those out. I will see you guys next Wednesday with another video. Bye! 8. Apple pie or pecan pie? Oh no, that's not right. Question 11? I don't know how to do this. Question 11.